I don't know what tax pros need to hear this, but if you're not getting your tax client's file in order, just in case you might get selected for a due diligence examination, then what are you doing? Now, some of you might already have your files together, or you might think you have your files together. I can't count even now how many tax pros keep contacting me in reference to trying to do appeals because they just received a letter from the IRS from their examination that they're being fined $19,000, $39,000. I just had someone call me 2 days ago and say they was fined $43,000 due to their IRS examination, tax pro examination. So what I've found is that a lot of tax pros think they know what they are supposed to be doing when it comes to due diligence. And then when they get selected for an examination, they find out that they didn't know at all. So are you prepared if you get a letter in the mail this coming fall for a tax pro due diligence examination? Do you know if your files are in compliance? Can you honestly say that if you went through an examination that you're almost, say, 95% sure that you will not get any fines? Well, if you can't say that, then you need to take my 2-part tax pro due diligence course. Now, why you should take my course versus anybody else's course, I'm going to tell you. So, I've been through 7, and I mean 7, tax pro due diligence examinations since it has started. Not me personally, but between me and my preparers. Now, we've been fortunate enough to pass 6 out of 7. Now, that one we did not pass, that was the very first one we did or we went through. And of course, due diligence had just started and we had no clue what due diligence was. But since that first one, we've been through 6 more. Now, they did try to find us 2 times, but because we know how to meet our due diligence, we was actually able to get those fines to 0. And one of those fines was actually $47,000. Now, I know you haven't heard too many tax pros say, I've been able to get my fines down to 0. Or you might not have heard too many tax pros say, I went through some examinations and I walked away with 0 fines. Well, I have the receipts to prove them. And I want to make sure that you are in alignment and that your files are in alignment just in case you get selected for an examination. Now, know this, okay? Know this. Know that it don't matter if you've been doing taxes for 20 years. It doesn't matter, you know, if you never received even a warning letter. That does not guarantee you from going through an examination. And so I want to help you make sure that you are compliant, and if you are a tax business owner, that your office is compliant. Now, click down in the link, check out the information. I have my receipts in the link, and make sure you do not miss out on this 2-part course because I'll be going over the law, the process of the examination, and I will actually be going through the appeals process. So if you've been one of those tax pros that received one of those letters that you've been fined and you don't know what to expect during the appeals process, and you possibly can't afford to hire anyone to represent you, you definitely do not want to miss this class. I promise you, I'm going to give you all the information you need to know to stay compliant. And if you follow it, you should be perfectly fine.